Welcome to our channel. Today we would be discussing addition of vectors by analytical method. In this case, we will add the vectors. Let's suppose that we have three vectors A, B, C. Now, in this analytical method, we will be resolving these three vectors or in any number of vectors which are going to be added. We will resolve these vectors into their rectangular components. The rectangular component of vector A would be AX, AY, BX, BY, CX, CY. In this method, the resultant vector, the x component of the resultant vector would be the sum of all x components. It means that Rx would be AX plus BX plus CX. Keeping in mind that this Rx is the magnitude of the resultant vector, x component of the resultant vector, and it is sum of all the magnitude. It means it is simply the magnitude along x-axis. And Ry is the y component of the resultant vector, and it is sum of all y components, Ay plus By plus Cy. Now, whenever we have the two components, rectangular components of a vector, Rx and Ry, we can find out its magnitude of the resultant vector. These are the magnitudes are x component and y component. What would be the magnitude of the resultant vector? That would be R is equal to Rx square plus Ry square. But we are interested in calculating the resultant vector. This is the magnitude. We must have its direction. Now, if we have the two components, its vertical component, its x component, then we can find out its direction, and that would be as tan theta is equal to Ry over Rx, or theta would be equal to tan inverse Ry over Rx. Now, this is the main concept of addition of vectors. Now, this is the method which you will be using for calculating any resultant vector with the magnitude of Rx square plus Ry square and angle with this tan inverse Ry over Rx. Now, these are the steps which you will follow to add the vectors by rectangular components method. Now, I said that this Rx is equal to Ax plus Bx plus Cx and Ry is equal to Ay plus By plus Cy. Now, we will prove that these Rx and Ry are equal to these things. Now, these we can prove it with the help of geometrical method and vectorial method. These are the two methods to prove this. Let's suppose this is your x-axis and this is y-axis. A vector A. This is any vector A. There is another vector B, right somewhere here. Now, according to head to tail rule, the resultant vector would be this one, R. Now, as we said that we will add these by analytical method. So, first of all, we will resolve this vector A into its components. If this is A, it is A X and this is A Y. These are the two rectangular components, and the rectangular components of B would be BY and BX. Now simply we have resolved these two vectors which are going to be added, A and B, into their rectangular components. Rectangular components of A are AX, AY, and rectangular components of B are BX and BY. Now, as we said that this R is a resultant vector. It means that R is the vector which is the sum of these two. Now we resolve this vector R into its components. This whole length would be RY component of the resultant vector, and this length would be Rx, or X component of the resultant vector. Now we label it. If this is point O, this is any point P, this is Q, this is S, this is T, this is U. You can name any alphabet. Now we will prove Rx is equal to Ax plus Bx by geometrical method and vectorial method. First we will take geometrical method. Now we will prove it geometrically. OQ is equal to OP plus PQ. OP plus PQ. This line segment OQ is equal to OP plus PQ. But we see that this PQ is equal to ST. Why these two are equal? Because these are the two parallel lines being cut by the two parallel lines. It means that the length of PQ must be equal to the length of ST. So we can write PQ is equal to ST. So we can write ST instead of PQ. So OQ is equal to OP plus PQ. Now, here we can see that this OQ, total length OQ is equal to RX. So we can write RX instead of OQ. OP, what was this one? This was the X component of vector A. So we can write AX plus, what is ST? Here we will write ST, and what is ST? ST is BX. This is RX is equal to AX plus BX, which proves that the X component of the resultant vector is the sum of, the magnitude of X component is the sum of the magnitude of vectors to be added. Vector A, AX, vector B, BX. Similarly, QU is equal to this length. QU is equal to QT plus TU. QT plus TU. This length QU is equal to QT plus TU. Now here you can see that this QT is equal to PS. Same justification can be given. Now these are the two parallel lines being cut by the two parallel lines. It means the length of this line segment and this line segment would be equal. So we can write QT is equal to PS. Putting this value, here we can write QU is equal to PS plus TU. Now what is QU? This length QU is equal to R y is equal to PS. What is PS? AY. What is TU? TU. This is BY. Now, we have proved it with the help of geometry that x component of the resultant vector is the sum of all x components and y component is equal to the sum of all y components. We can prove it by the vectorial method or with the help of vectors. Now this is vector A. We can write it as AXI, where I is its unit vector, which shows that this is the magnitude of x component and I shows that its direction is along x-axis plus AYJ. AXI. This is along x-axis, so its unit vector is I, so it is AXI plus AYJ. You can see that with the help of head-to-tail rule, if you sum of these two, then the resultant would be A. So A vector is equal to the sum of AXI plus AYJ. Similarly, what is B vector? BXI plus BYJ. BXI plus BYJ. It means that we have resolved this vector A and B into its x components and y components. What would be R vector? That is RXI plus RYJ. Now this total is Rx as it is along x-axis, so it is Rxi, and this is Ry and it is along y-axis, so Ryj. Now we have resolved these three, vector A, vector B and resultant vector into their rectangular components. Now we can see that sum of vector A and B is equal to the vector R according to head-to-tail rule. R vector is equal to sum of vector A and vector B. But vector A is equal to Rxi plus Ryj. Sorry, yes. Now A vector is AXI plus AYJ. Similarly, BXI plus BYJ. R, this is the value of vector R, Rxi. We have written it here. Vector A and vector B. Now, taking I as common from these two, I आ गया AX plus BX. Similarly, J common in these two Y components, so AY plus BY. And here RXI plus RYJ. Now comparing the coefficients of I would be equal and the coefficients of J would be equal to each other. So comparing coefficients, we can write Rx is equal to AX plus BX and Ry is equal to AY plus BY. You can see that we have proved it here geometrically that sum of x components is equal to the magnitude of the resultant x component of the resultant vector and sum of all y components is equal to the y component of the resultant vector. Now same has been proved here with the help of vectors. Now it means that we have calculated Rx and Ry. What are Rx and Ry? Rx is the x component of the resultant vector and Ry is the y component of the resultant vector. But these are the components. To find out the magnitude, R would be equal to Rx square plus Ry square. Rx square plus Ry square. Here you can see that this is a right angle triangle. This is your base, this is your perpendicular, and this is hypotenuse. Square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of base square plus hypotenuse square, perpendicular square. So R is equal to Rx square plus Ry square, and angle, this angle theta would be tan inverse Ry over Rx. Now this is the proof, and initially which was discussed, that was the method to apply it. Now this angle theta is not that much simple to calculate. How? Whenever we will be calculating Rx and Ry, there is a possibility that this Rx is positive or negative. Similarly, Ry is positive or negative. If we draw the four quadrants, this is x-axis, positive x-axis, along this negative x-axis, positive y-axis, and negative y-axis. Now, if Rx and Ry both are positive, if Rx and Ry both are positive, it means that our resultant vector would be somewhere in the first quadrant. It would be somewhere in the first quadrant. You can see that if this is the resultant vector within the first quadrant, then its x component is along positive x-axis and y component is along positive y component. It means that the angle theta and angle phi would be the same. Now what is angle phi? Angle phi is the angle with positive x-axis. Now this is already with positive x-axis, and we always take the angle of resultant vector along the positive x-axis. Now in the first case, when Rx is positive, Ry is positive, it means that your resultant vector would be lying within the first quadrant, and if it is along the first quadrant, it means your theta would remain the same. If Rx is negative and Ry is positive, what does it mean? It means that your quadrant is a second quadrant. If it is second quadrant, you can see that if this is the resultant vector R, if we resolve it into its components, this is Ry, which is along positive, and this is Rx, which is along negative x-axis. It means that if your Rx is negative and Ry is positive, your resultant vector would be lying within the second quadrant. But the angle which you are calculating is this angle theta. And as we said that your angle must be taken with positive x-axis, it means that your resultant vector makes this angle theta. Now you have calculated this angle. We have said that this angle along positive x-axis is phi. So what would be phi? Phi will be equal to 180 minus theta. Now this total is 180. You have calculated this one, theta. Remaining would be the angle phi. So phi angle would be 180 minus theta. This would be the case when x is negative and y is positive. If situation is like this, Rx is negative and Ry is also negative, it means that your angle, your resultant vector lies within the third quadrant. Now the angle, if we resolve it into its components, this is Ry, which is along negative, and this is Rx, that is also along negative. It means that Rx is negative, Ry is negative, your resultant lies within the third quadrant, and this would be the angle calculated by the formula theta is equal to tan inverse Ry or Rx, but you will have to take this angle with positive x-axis. Now this is the angle. You have to take it with positive axis. This total angle would be phi. This is theta. This you already know. This is 180 degree. So phi is equal to 180 plus theta. 180 plus theta. If Rx is negative, Ry is negative, phi would be 180 plus theta. And if Rx is positive, Ry is negative, then your resultant would be lying within the fourth quadrant, and the angle which you calculated is this angle theta, but the angle with positive x-axis would be this angle, as it is always taken in anti-clockwise. You can say that this is the positive axis and this can be the angle. No, this is not the angle, because in this case you would be going along clockwise direction. Angle is taken always along anti-clockwise direction. So this total would be the angle. Now the angle is 360 degree total angle, minus this would be the phi. Phi is equal to 360 minus theta. You can see that its component Ry is negative and Rx is positive. So we can sum up that if we calculate the resultant vector with the help of analytical method, what we will have to do, we will add, first of all, we will calculate its x and y components. Then we will add all x components to obtain the x component of the resultant vector. Similarly, sum of all y components will give us the magnitude of y component, and by applying the Pythagoras theorem, we can find out Rx square plus Ry square is equal to the magnitude, and angle would be obtained with the help of this diagram. And that would be a quick review. If Rx and Ry both are positive, phi is the angle with positive x-axis, would be the same as the angle calculated. And if Rx is negative, Ry is positive, your resultant lies within the second quadrant, and if it is in the second quadrant, it means that it is 180 minus theta. If Rx is negative, Ry both these are negative, then it is in the third quadrant, and your angle would be 180 plus theta. And if Rx is positive, Ry is negative, your resultant lies within the fourth quadrant, and phi would be 360 minus theta. Thank you.